Hi, Abraham. I'm Judy. This past year has been amazing. It's been flowing great until I let somebody else help me stop the flow.
Till I use someone else as my excuse to stop the flow.
That's it.
Well, there's more power in that. When you say, I let someone else help me stop the flow, there's not much power in that. When you say, I found someone else and I used them as a really good reason to focus, and I was justified in it, and I focused upon them and I helped. But what's the good news in that? They helped you stop a flow that they helped you get going, didn't they?
No, I did it myself.
But wait. Can you use anyone? This is a big question. We want you to think about this. Can you use anyone as your excuse to stop a flow that they didn't help get going to begin with?
Well, I did.
All right. Pay attention. You see, contrast is what causes the vibration to go faster.
Right.
Attention to the absence of what you want is what holds you back from it. And so we want to submit to you that never, ever, 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 ever does someone help you stop the flow who didn't help you get the flow going to begin with. How about that? How about that? So that means you've got a choice. You can say, thanks for the part you played in step 1, or you can say, damn you for the hindrance you've given me in step 3. And if we were standing in your physical shoes, being the eternally flowing, eternally expanding, never-ending, eternal, did we mention your eternal being? We'd be thanking them for the contrast that they helped provide, because in the contrast, they helped you to expand. We know it's not easy to be in the middle of not letting yourself be who you are, and we understand your desire to blame them for the part that it feels like they're playing in your not moving forward. But if they hadn't helped you to move forward to begin with, you'd just be sitting on your stump.
The question I have about this is, at the tipping point of that moment that I chose to blame them.
Oh, but it's not that dramatic. It's not a tipping point. It's this moment, 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 and this moment. On and on and on and on and on and on and on it goes. In other words, there's not a tipping point. It's a choosing point. But so I choose this thought, doesn't feel good. Well, I choose that thought and it doesn't feel good. And I choose that thought and it doesn't feel good. Now they're part of step 1 again. I choose that thought and it doesn't feel good. Boing, I become more. But I still choose that thought and it doesn't feel good. Boing, I become more. I still choose that thought and it doesn't feel good. Boing, I become more. Oh man, I wish you'd be different so I didn't keep separating myself from who I am. If you'd stop being that way, I'd stop growing. If you'd stop being that way, I'd stop expanding. And I'd stop using for you as my excuse for not expanding. And we say, thank him for the expansion, and then you'll go toward the expansion. In other words, you got a choice. You can thank him for the expansion, or you can condemn him for being the example of something that holds you apart from the expansion.
But it's still my choice.
It's always your choice, you see, always. Nothing makes for a better future relationship than the rotten one you're in. Because that's how you define what you don't want, what you do want, what you don't want, what you do want. Those of you who are living happily ever after, you've got a lot of really horrible lovers to thank for it.
For sure. For sure.
And in the moment that you stop clinging and holding to what went wrong, you'll go to the new place that's already carved out for you. And in many cases, that rascal that feels like the lover that isn't working, you meet up with in your escrow once you get your vibration shifted.
Sure.
You see.
Thank you.
Helpful?
Very.
Very good. So is contrast a good thing? Yes. It's really a great thing, isn't it? And the way you feel in the moment is not the statement of whether contrast is good or bad. It's the statement of whether you're utilizing the benefit or not. Yes? Are you an eternal being? Yes. So expansion is inevitable. You can't be eternal and finished. So if you're eternal, isn't contrast important to you? So isn't the game of managing the contrast, isn't that what the art of allowing is? So isn't embracing step one part of it? And can you feel how if you would embrace step one, step three would be so much easier?